39.8 billion USD. That's how much 1MDB still owes. And in the meantime, our national debt is quickly rising. And there's talk about raising the debt ceiling. If you think this has got nothing to do with you and life goes on just like normal, you're wrong. It affects you more than you think. And is there anything that we can do about it? Well, before I go on, let me show you a magic trick that I just learned. Now, follow me, move your mouse to the thumbs up button down there, and then you left click. You see? The button just turned blue. Thank you for the like, and here's a cat playing piano for you. Let us begin with this story. In a faraway village, there lived an old man, his son and his grandchildren. Life is not easy for them, so one day the old man suggested to his son,
"My son, you should go and work in the city so you can earn more and live a better life."
His son liked the idea, so they struck a deal. The old man will borrow money to fund his son to get a job in the city. In return, the son has to send money home. Every month, when the old man received money from his son, he will use a portion of it to pay back the debtors and the remaining to invest into improving the quality of life for the grandchildren. Eventually, the family prosper and the grandchildren have a brighter future. Wait! What if the old man is not very good with money? Maybe he has a gambling problem. Instead of using the money to repay the debts and invest in the family's future, he gambled the money away. He ended up taking on more debts, and eventually the money from his son is not able to repay the debts anymore. Finally, the family was headed towards financial disaster and the children's future was affected. This story illustrates the economic development of a country. The old man represents the government, the son represents the people, and the grandchildren represents the future. And just like the story, the old man plays an important role in the family's future. The government plays an important role in the country's future. It has to manage the delicate balance between repaying debts and investing in infrastructure, healthcare, and education, which are key to long-term prosperity of a country. If a government manages it well, people have a bright future. If they don't, people will be in deep shit. And who's going to bear the debt? The people lah. Who are the people? You think oh? In December 2020, Fitch, a rating agency that assigns confidence rating to countries yearly, downgraded Malaysia from A- to BBB+. This means they have a lower confidence in Malaysia's ability to repay debt. The result sparked a fiery debate. Some say it's unfair for Fitch to give such a rating in times of COVID pandemic. Our finance minister expressed his disappointment with Fitch rating outcome, particularly during this exceptional time as COVID-19 pandemic is still unfolding. So why did Fitch downgraded Malaysia? Well, according to sources, rising government debt and political uncertainty following the change in government last March was the cited reasons. So, is this the government's fault alone? My thoughts? We all play a role, especially those who say, I don't care about what's happening because I can't do anything and it doesn't affect me. Well, guess what? You don't care, that's why they don't care. And those of us who did not follow the SOP, causing the virus to spread. As a result, our economy cannot fully reopen, contributing to higher national debt. Not just that, people are losing their jobs. Families are losing their income. So please, I urge you again, follow the SOP. Stay at home, help the economy. Anyway, how would this downgrade affect us, right? First, with a lower rating, Malaysia will likely need to offer higher returns on our bond to attract new investors. This means more of the government revenue, which is made up of our tax money, will be spent on repaying debts. As a result, we have less money for infrastructure, healthcare, and education. Things that ensure us to have a better future. Still cannot see the connection? If the government is not doing enough for your healthcare and education, you will need to pay out of your own pocket for a better healthcare and education. As a result, it is harder for us to build wealth over time. This is especially challenging for poorer communities, as they can't afford better healthcare or education. Because of this, their younger generation will be less competitive. As a result, wealth gap between communities will be wider, leading to further disunity among Malaysians. Second, lower ratings will make our country less attractive for foreign direct investment, FDI. Actually, over the years, Malaysia has been seeing a steady decline in our FDI. In 2016, Malaysia's FDI was 13.47 billion USD. In 2019, it was only 7.65 billion. That's a drop of more than 40% in just a short span of 3 years. In the same period of time, Indonesia's FDI went from 4.54 billion to 24.95 billion. That is a 500% growth. Kudos, Indonesia! So why is this FDI important? Well, FDI is when foreign companies set up business in Malaysia, like how Nestle, Panasonic and Intel did in the past. It is a key component in economic development. It creates job opportunity and helps local businesses to grow because they will need local supply chain support. On top of that, FDI brings skill transfer when locals work for foreign companies. Skills and knowledge will be transferred to the local workforce, producing higher skilled workers. As a result, we have a more competitive workforce and attract more FDI and even create opportunities for local entrepreneurship. However, when FDI pulls out, it creates a huge problem. Western Digital shut down its iconic Petaling Jaya factory, affecting nearly 3,000 local employees. Sony's plan to close after 36 years, leaving 3,400 local employees affected. That's more than 6,000 Malaysians facing unemployment. What about other businesses that support WD and Sony, like their local supplier or logistics company, or even the businesses nearby who cater to the needs of employees in those businesses? It's a disaster that has a multiplier effect. Your business, your job, could be at risk. So, what has this got to do with personal finance? You may think I'm just ranting about Malaysian politics or development. No, this is personal finance. This is the side of personal finance that no one talks about. We already know we need to save money. We already know we shouldn't simply spend. We already know we need to invest. But the economy is so bad and people are losing their jobs. Businesses are closing down one by one. When people have no money, what is there to talk about saving, managing budget, or even investing? By being aware of current issues happening around you, you are able to better position yourself for the future, knowing what to do with your money from time to time. And this is the personal finance that we all need to learn. Because at the end of the day, we are a part of an economy. And what happens in an economy will affect all of us. None of us are spared. Next time when you read a news or an article about such thing, trust me, it matters more than you think. So, is there something that we can do about it? What do you think? You tell me.